called a mark-to-market system. But tax observers are dismayed at this plan emerging now.
Unfortunately, just don't have a lot of details yet. That's a troubling sign in and of itself. They say that the ninth inning of negotiations, and lawmakers are perhaps going to craft
data with nationwide 5G included for just $29.99 and save up to 60%. Call 855-439-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited, all are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. PetVivo is a biomedical device company that focuses on treatments for animals, especially horses and dogs. And with me is John Lai, the CEO, with an update on what you've been working on lately. It looks like you've been very busy. You've got 17 products in the pipeline for animals, but there's also some human products you're working on too.
Yeah, we're very excited. Remember, we started off on the human side with the funding from NIH and DOD. But we decided to go animals once we got the designation as a human medical device, so we didn't have to do any regulatory work. So on the human side, we have some very interesting products that we feel will really help people as we launch these products into the marketplace.
And you will tell us about those when you're ready, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, actually, there is public information on it.
Well, tell me about them, what you can.
So we developed a vascular shunt that has like zero clotting. And these are artificial shunts for the soldier in the battlefield that steps on a mine, the artery gets severed. They're putting artificial shunts in, and generally 30% of artificial shunts will clot. In our clinicals, we showed zero clotting.
Interesting.
And we were able to extend the time period that shunts usually stay in the body. It's very short term to get you to the hospital. We did with the pig studies, we did over a week of keeping the shunt in without clotting. So that's a pretty dramatic breakthrough, so we're excited about that. And then the other one is drug-eluting stents. Our stents does not create thrombosis after the drug is done diluting the 30-day period, because that was one of the major problems that other drug-eluting stents have had. So we're excited to potentially down the road launch those products, and most likely we'll partner with human device companies.
Okay, and of course your specialty, horses and dogs. Anything new with that?
Yes, so we went to the veterinary conference, Western Veterinary Conference in Vegas, had pretty good reception, and we're launching within 6 months a feline product for your cat. So we'll be helping a lot of elderly cats, because
That's breaking news.
Yeah,
cats are going to be, well, we can't ignore the cats.
There's 52 million cats in the United States,
It's huge,
so it's a big number. So our total addressable market will grow significantly. Right now it's about 4.8 billion, growing at 7%. So with the add-on of cats, I would expect that to be north of 7 billion, 6 to 7 billion range. Yeah.
And your products specifically address joints and things like that, right?
Yes, osteoarthritis, joints, it's called Spring with Osteocushion technology. It's basically particles that mimic cartilage and tissue. So it's purely mechanical, so there is no adverse effects, negative side effects upon injection. And once it's injected, it's using intra-articular injection. Once it's injected, it actually forms a scaffolding, and it helps reinforce and improve over time, literally. For the next 6 months, we've seen a tendency for the mobility and the reduction of pain to improve.
Okay. Now, you had a key hire recently, Dr. Joe Manning. So tell me what he brings to PetVivo.
He is very well known for his work in the equine space. He used to be a senior vet with Merck Animal Health. probably 35 years of experience in the area. So it adds a lot of experience and credibility because his job will be to support the sales staff when veterinary doctors have questions because salespeople are not supposed to make recommendations on how to do injections. You leave it to other vets. So it's the same in the human space. That's why they have PhDs in pharmacology and a doctor on staff at these major pharmaceutical companies so they can directly talk about off-label use and stuff like that.
Okay. And then finally, I saw you just recently presented at the Emerging Growth Conference. So what was the focus there on your presentation?
Yeah, so it's a matter of educating the public of what we are because, you know, people are used to seeing medical device, biotech companies going through the various phases of the FDA. And with us, we pretty much eliminated the risk or reduced it greatly because on the human side, we have the medical device designation, and automatically on the animal health side of the FDA, you're not required to do any FDA clearance or wait for them to recommend on anything. We can just go and commercialize.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're headed toward the final stretch of 2021. What are you looking forward to the final months of this year?
Well, it's really busy for us because of the fact we're hiring within the next 10 months another 8 salespeople.
Okay.
So we're going to be really introducing the product, trying to educate the consumers as well as the veterinary doctors. There's an alternative treatment for osteoarthritis that has much less side effects and seems to have much better efficacy.
Okay. Well, thank you, John, for coming back, and I look forward to another update.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Epazz specializes in cryptocurrency, blockchain, mobile apps, and also cloud business software. Now, Epazz serves small to medium-sized businesses, also Fortune 500 companies, government agencies, higher education institutions as well. And with me to explain a little bit more about what Epazz is all about is Michael Manahan, the Vice President of Communications. Welcome, Michael.
Well, Jane, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to talk about our company. We really do have a very exciting company. Now, historically, a lot of our focus was on taking old legacy software systems and rebuilding them on cloud-based platforms. You know, the world is full of software systems that were written 20, 30, 40, even 50 years ago. They still work, but they're not cloud-based. And we developed, our CEO, who's a PhD and a very brilliant man, developed a system of converting those old legacy softwares into cloud-based systems.
Interesting. Okay, so that's what the company is all about. So, and we talked a little bit about crypto blockchain. How does that fit into the company?
Well, that's kind of the new evolution of what we've been doing. You know, because we're software experts and because we had this ability to take old legacy software systems and turn them into cloud-based systems, we were really out there looking at what software applications could we develop that would solve current problems out there in the marketplace. And that's how we developed our Cryobo, which is really a blockchain technology software that has a whole huge amount of applications in what I'm going to call the new economy.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I want to talk a little bit more about Cryobo here in a second, but it looks like you have some solutions. You've developed some for high-risk industries. Explain what those industries are. How does that help solve that problem?
Well, certainly one of the high-risk industries is obviously, at least here in the United States, is the cannabis business. While cannabis is legal in many states, the federal government still says it's a no-no to put that cannabis money into your local banks. So cannabis companies run off of cash. I have a company I worked with a while ago, $300,000 a week coming in and going out of their offices. You know, that amount of loose cash is dangerous. One of our applications actually allows cannabis companies, might be a wholesaler and a retailer, to pay each other through the platform without having to bring over literally a suitcase full of cash. So that's just an example.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. And we've got these two new industries, cannabis and blockchain, and how they might work together to kind of change the whole financial system. It's very interesting how this is all coming together. Now, we talked about Cryobo a little bit. So explain that concept. What is Cryobo?
Sure. Well, what Cryobo is, it's a software that allows you to tokenize a product or a service, and perhaps, and I'll give you the best example. One of our very first customers for this product, for our software, is a company operating in Europe. They grow hemp, and they use hemp to produce CBD products. And CBD products, of course, have a lot of applications. But what they're doing is they allow their customers to purchase tokens that are created through the software. And then at a later date, they can use those tokens to buy product. And the idea is that as time goes by, because the tokens are fixed to the raw materials, as time goes by, the value of the tokens increase. And so when they use the token to actually buy the products, they're in effect getting a product discount. So the hemp grower, product manufacturer, gets cash now. The purchaser of the tokens through our software gets the benefit of appreciation of those tokens, so that when they do actually turn them in for product, they're in effect getting a discount on the products.
Thank you so much, Michael, for telling us about Epazz today, and I'm sure we'll talk again in the future.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. SEKUR's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. SEKUR Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download SEKUR. SEKUR Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of SEKUR. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Rego Payment Solutions has an app called Missoula, and that is really based on kids and focuses especially on privacy. It's a financial app, but especially on privacy. So with me, CEO Dan Apter of Rego Payment Solutions, and also Julie Jetlau, who is a owner of Fuse, a youth marketing agency. So we're going to get an interesting perspective from you about what's going on with digital marketing to kids these days, because it's certainly complex. So Dan, let's start with you and just tell me a little bit about Missoula and what you're doing with the app.
Yeah, sure, Jane. So really quickly, Rego's a neobank, privacy first platform, as you mentioned. We provide family-oriented mobile wallet and commerce solutions. So both in-store, online purchases. So think touchless transactions. Specifically for families and for young children or teens. In the US, the mobile wallet market or virtual debit card market space is about an $800 billion addressable market. So it's quite sizable. We're addressing the fintech gap specifically for the 70 million or so underserved Gen Z teens and kids who are actually just getting involved with mobile commerce. And we hold 3 patents in the areas of privacy, PCI attribution, and identity management. We're the only certified COPPA and GDPR mobile wallet. So for those viewers that are not familiar with COPPA, and they probably heard so much in this past week and a half, 2 weeks of Facebook trials, it's abbreviation for Child Online Privacy Protection Act, which obviously has gotten a lot of attention. So finally, just want to say we're going to talk to you a little about what Missoula is today, but it's our direct consumer solution. So it really addresses child financial literacy, access to commerce. So really kind of creating kind of this concept of child empowerment or financial fiscal / responsibility. And then we never compromise on a child's safety and security. We really create kind of an environment where they can test and learn in a safe way because their identity always remains private.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Julie, you have an 11 and a 14-year-old? And I have a 12 and a 14-year-old. I mean, we're living this life right now with the kids. And I am amazed at how marketing has changed to young people. It's digital and it's social. And I mean, from your perspective as an owner of Fuse, I mean, can you give us an overview of what these kids are, how the marketing is going to them? What are they seeing in their daily lives?
Yes, well, it's nice to meet you, Jane. It's true. I am a parent of young kids, an 11 and a 14-year-old, and I definitely understand the need for family digital mobile wallet that's safe and secure. I remember first meeting Dan and the Missoula team, and I was already an adopter of digital wallets for my kids. So we knew we were a good match because I had personal experience with the category. But it wasn't just my personal experience. At Fuse, we're a youth marketing agency, and we specialize in creating authentic brand engagement with Gen Z and millennials. And so, we do this for a lot of big companies, Fortune 500 companies, but we also do it for startups and innovative companies who want to be disruptive. And I would say that Missoula really falls into that category.
And Dan, let's talk about that a little bit, because Missoula is different. I mean, there's a number of other digital cards out there targeted toward Gen Zers, but Missoula has a different kind of angle for kids. So elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, so you're right, Jane. So listen, the teen debit credit market, very nascent. But then there's absolute flurry right now of solution providers out there. And as kids and teens begin to enter this world of commerce and get their own debit card or credit card or banking solution, we need to ensure that they're successful. And this includes both equipping them with the right tools to interact with, so the ability to buy and save and spend with ease, less friction, but also providing the ability to navigate in a safe and secure way. Mm-hmm. And the Missoula app starts kids off really, I'd say, on the right path to success by teaching them essential skills: money management, spending management, budgeting and planning, impacts of social responsibility. So these are all commonly known as financial literacy.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan and Julie, for joining us today and telling us more about Missoula. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us, Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
welcome to New to the Street. This is your secure segment, your weekly hack with Elaine Guy. Elaine is with Globex Data Limited, the leader in Swiss-hosted private and secure communications and data management. I love the weekly hack, Elaine, because there's always a new hack happening, and especially now because the holiday season is upon us, supply chain issues, everyone's ordering online. And one of our biggest cell phone providers recently got hacked. Who would have thought? Tell us about it, Elaine.
They got hacked again. In fact, all of the telco suppliers, eventually they get hacked. Yes, the problem right now is that Christmas is approaching. We all know when Thanksgiving comes, even before, it's really full-on online shopping. But because of these supply chain disturbances right now, people are shopping earlier. So what happened, this service called Verizon Visible, which is a very cheap, affordable version, full digital, wireless carrier version. They don't say that they got hacked, but there's been tons of reports that there's been breaches and people can't get into their account. So essentially, it is kind of like a hack. I wouldn't be surprised in a week when we have more information, they'll say, okay, we were hacked. But essentially what happened is hackers took control of users' account credential. So it's basically you had your username and your password and your email, and now this has been taken over. And not only that's a problem because you can't get into your account, what's worse is that a lot of people, there was a lot of posts I was reading on Reddit, on Twitter, people complaining that their PayPal account has been emptied. A lot of people said, somebody bought an iPhone 13 from my PayPal account, because what happened is the whole payment chain. So when you buy a service, it's attached to a credit card or a PayPal account. PayPal is notorious to be breached at God knows how many times over. Also credit cards are as well, unfortunately. And we use, again, the same email, the same password for everything. And that's what we're trying to tell people. Don't use the same email and password for everything, because now your PayPal account has been emptied. Somebody got a brand new iPhone for Christmas. I'm sure they're super excited about it. Meanwhile, you can't get into your service, and now you don't have the money to pay for your Verizon service, which is very unfortunate. So again, business owners especially, and even non-business owners, do not use the same free service email, which is all the big tech, from Gmail, Hotmail. I can name all of them. Use a proper email for your business or your private stuff. Like if you're going to email your financial service company or your doctor or so forth, use a service like what we have at SEKUR, which is not big tech, doesn't data mine you, doesn't use open source, and use the free stuff for your mass market. And I would even say change your free email. So if you have Gmail, Hotmail, or what have you, or Yahoo, change them frequently, because hackers are coming and they're just taking that data. And change your password as well. We do have a password manager in our SEKUR Suite solution. I don't know if I can recommend it to everyone, because it is $50 a month as a service, but it comes with a full suite of services for businesses. But I do recommend people to go get a paid password manager, because it will help you create a complex password, because the password can't just be letters now anymore. It can't be the name of your cousin or what you like to eat on Wednesdays. It has to be completely different with strange characters, and that at least gives you some protection. So it's unfortunate. This is not the beginning. Every Christmas season, I see a plethora of hacks. And I was reading the other day on Bloomberg, there's $2 trillion of savings in the American population due to COVID. And now that money is ripe to be taken by the hackers. So they go shopping instead of you. So you choose. You want to go shopping for Christmas, or you want to give your money to a hacker?
So what I'm hearing from this interview, great tidbits always, is one, change your password, right? And don't just make it the easy password name like your kid or your dog that we all do. It really needs to be filled with all different types of crazy letters, right? And so maybe even pay for that service. You're telling us that, right?
Absolutely. It's well worth it. You have services out there don't use a free service for anything. If you use a free service, you're the product, because how do you think they're going to make money? They data mine you, right? Or the service will be of poor quality. So, of course, I'd love everybody to go to SEKUR Suite, but I can't impose that on the average person that is not a big business owner. So go get a password manager, costs you $9-10 a month. There's a great service, if I may, called Guard Street. Guard Street is actually a partner of ours, and they offer password management, identity theft, and it comes with the secure email. It doesn't come with the full thing, but it has a secure email. So go to guardstreet.com, you pay your $10 and you have a bit of a protection in general. Not a bad idea, but definitely now you got to think about your password a lot. And you got to think about what email you use and change them all. If you have a free email, change it. Re-sign up with new email.
Yeah, and that's the second takeaway is have two emails, one for everything you do with your Netflix and your Verizon or whatever that is, and then have your secure email, which is affordable, right? That can take all of your private documents and keep them secure, right? Because convenience comes at a price, doesn't it?
It does, and privacy has no price, I like to say. Privacy is priceless, and so is security. So when you use SEKUR, today we offer a service for $10 a month. I'm going to say to everyone, you can use a coupon SEKUR25, that's SEKUR 25. You get 25% off for a whole year on our service, any of our services. So it'll cost you $7.50. If you buy the yearly package, it'll cost you $6 a month. You have an amazing email, and you can also use our SEKUR Send feature. So if you're on webmail and you want to email someone that doesn't have SEKUR and make sure that the email remains private, that's what you use. You do SEKUR Send. We have tutorial videos under support. I encourage everybody to look at it. And the recipient can also use SEKUR Reply without having to buy the service. It's an amazing service. And I should reiterate that right now it's on webmail only. And end of January, we're going to have our own app. So you can just download the email app and have all the full bells and whistles from the app itself as well.
Yeah, lots of advancements coming from SEKUR on your end, and lots of knowledge that you're giving us, everyday people and business owners, to keep our data safe, private, and secure. Elaine, always great talking with you, and I genuinely look forward to our next interview. Always learning on my end. Thank you so much for joining us on New to the Street.
Thank you, Anna. Pleasure being here, and thank you everyone for watching us.
I go way beyond the headlines. I dig in very, very deep, and I'm looking for those kernels of information that often go unreported, but mean everything for the viewer. It's all about investing in your future, your American dream.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Buying a home can be really complicated and expensive, with closing costs alone costing thousands of dollars. With SDCCU zero closing costs mortgages, it doesn't have to be. Closing costs include things like title services, appraisal, and more. On an average-priced Southern California home, you could save almost $5,000. With all that money you save, you can decorate your home, work on some DIYs, or take up a new hobby. SDCCU, it's not big bank banking, it's better.
Hi, I'm Leo Hamill. How would you like to keep the same size diamond you have now, but get money back? We now offer you the chance to trade in your diamond for the same size and quality laboratory-grown real diamond and get money back. Because they're both real diamonds, only you will know you made the trade. Scientists start with the diamond seed and they grow you a real diamond. It takes less energy and effort than mining a diamond, which saves you money. The color and clarity of your new diamond will be the same or even better. And the bigger your trade-in, the more money you get. Or trade your diamond stud earrings for the same size lab-grown studs and get some cash to buy something new. Lab-grown diamonds are real diamonds. No one can tell the difference, not your friends nor jeweler. The diamonds in romance are the same. The only difference is you get money back.
Come see us. Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future.